Alrighty. Well, it seems yet again I'm a ham and egger. Just pissing around with this tablet here. Yeah. Long story short, I went up and done what I had to do in the capital. Got stuck in two traffic jams on the way there, and yeah. Filled out all these forms and crap, and they even wanted to see how your math skills were and literacy and the whole 9 yards, and then they basically asked me a bunch of safety questions, and then you filled out all your different tax forms and superannuation and bank details, and you wouldn't believe it, I've thrown out just about every single bloody bank statement I've got. So the only way I could glean my account number was off the mortgage statement with the financial transfers between my normal bank account and the mortgage. Anyways, yeah, done a little bit of a medical, where they check that you can move without friggin' falling flat in your face, and I'm not exactly good at balancing on boots with 3 layers of friggin' rubber in the sole. And I am now, but I wasn't up there terribly good, but I could stay balanced enough anyway. And check your heart rate, and you do this little step up and down a step, and they check to see how far your heart rate goes up and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, come back here, got a call, yes, you're in it. Text you through the address where you got to go tomorrow. Got the text message. I got straight on the phone to the welfare office, or the woman I deal with that sort of stuff. And it seems all this bullshit of shoveling fucking mulch is all going to be forestalled. Well, actually completely stalled. And yeah, I've given her the name and all that of this particular woman that gave me this job this morning. It's sort of basically a labour hire thing, but she said, look, realistically speaking, it's more or less full time, close to it. It's sort of something like about 32 hours a week or whatever. And it's afternoon shift, so I don't have to jostle with these bloody peak hour traffic jams that happen on the entrance to the capital. Some of which can be, fairly slow. They were even bad back in the early thousands when I was doing house renovations. There's a patch there where, fuck, it'd be ridiculous. It'd take you 45 minutes or an hour to get through. Shit, what was it about? Might only be 7 or 8 miles. Take you a frickin' hour to get through it, But you avoid all that because I start at 2 o'clock. On the Friday, I've got to go in. That's when we start earlier on the Friday at lunchtime instead of 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But I've got to go in first thing in the morning on the Friday to talk with the welfare office woman, and I desperately need to get those pay slips and bring those in to her, and that'll be enough to negate any shenanigans. Realistically, it only needs to be at least 15 hours a week, but it's more or less full-time. It might not technically be 38, 40 hours a week, but the pay rate is $27.40 an hour. That's right. So you're fairly substantially well heeled because, you've made more than $100 in your first 4 hours of every day. And it is 5 days a week. And, does take me about an hour and a half to get there. Bit of a bum. It's just the way it is. It's just this city in here is fucking screwed. They closed the aluminium smelter, 3,500 people went out. This Friday just gone, they closed the auto plant, 860 people out. And I've walked around and given out 47 resumes and only got the removals job on pretty much 1 day a week after 47 resumes. it's a dead horse. So I've got to go to the capital because realistically speaking, you know, if you want money and you want work, that's where you got to go. It's just bullshit down here. So you're just forced to travel an hour and a half. And each way, that is not the whole way there and back, just one way and another hour and a half back again. But anyway, and coming back, I might have fun on the Friday because we get off at 6 o'clock, and guess what? That's exactly when the joint is backed up bumper to bumper. So yeah, but that, because you're sort of opening up and you're sort of at the end of the capital, it tends to usually pick up reasonably well as you're getting to you know, the edge of the capital and you're leaving the capital. Coming in is always worse than going out. Anyways, that's what's happened. I've got to get a particular email onto and a PDF file onto this blimmin' laptop, go print it out, read a few things and sign it, and then yeah, we are out of all this ridiculous bullshit, and I think she's working on the computer right now just to say that bang, I've secured the job and that's all going to be sorted out properly on Friday morning. I will need to definitely make sure that she actually gets onto it at 9 o'clock, because if I've got to travel an hour and a half, that means I'd have to, well, yeah, from where the welfare office is, it's probably about an hour, I'd say. Yeah, as long as we get out of there by 11-ish, quarter to 11, something like that, we should be fine anyway. But anyway, just wanted to tell you guys, it looks like the rubber's going to hit the road, and we may be almost scooping in, you know, $800 to $1,000 a week. It all depends how things wind up. It turns out it is a place that does paint labels. In fact, the actual name of the proper place has part of the name of a well-known paint brand in it. So, yeah. And in all of that, I probably might as well mention to someone when I'm in the induction that I've dealt with many different kinds of spray paints in my apprenticeship, including a whole bunch of shit that most people don't even know about. Yeah, you know, all they really needed was a guy who could drive forklifts, and by hell can I drive a forklift. That's one thing I can do, it's drive a forklift. When I was at the nursery, 14 hours a day, stacking stuff up to the height of this flipping house, up right next to glass houses, and if you screwed up, you lost $1,000 worth of glass and damaged a whole heap of plants below. And I never fucked up. So I should be pretty good with this, so long as I'm good with the barcode scanning bullshit. And I have spent a little bit of time in a warehouse before, so I shouldn't be too bad, although I'm not a great fan of bad computer systems, and some of these scanners have that, but apparently these guys are pretty good, so we'll see. I assume, I hope it just works out. I don't assume anything, we find out when we get there. But anyway, I'll upload this video and you guys can see or hear what's going on.